2004, I started working here as a secretary for my old boyfriend. We had Pennsylvania emissions at the time. He didn't know how to fix check engine lights. I had a Ford Expedition come in. They were going to turn it away, and I said, you know what? Let me figure it out. Let me fix it. So I Googled some things, and I learned what the system was, and I fixed it. And after I fixed it, I got excited. You know, I just was like, oh my God, I did it! So I felt like I could do it all. When I get after that Ford Expedition, which was the EGR coder, right? So I'm just a secretary, okay? I'm not really into cars. I'm just there to do paperwork, you know, but girls do, right? So I'm there and I'm just like, hey, you know what? Leave that car there. I'm going to figure it out. They're like, you're crazy. You ain't figuring nothing out. You're just a secretary. I'm like, okay. So, you know, I was like, all right, I'm going to get on my iPhone. So I got on my iPhone. I Googled it. I was like, ooh, I know what it is. So, you know, after I fixed that one, then that's what the light bulb hit, right? So after that one, everyone started sending their check engine lights here, like everyone, even garages, because this was fairly new. I call us poor garages, you know, not because we don't have a lot of things that big garages have. So a lot of garages, they just started bringing their cars, dealerships were bringing their cars and doing all this mess because they didn't understand the check engine light system. You know, once they started realizing that they could learn it on their own is when it slowed down. But in the beginning, it was hot. Aside from getting your light cut off, have no heat for 2 years, there's a struggle. But with success, you have to struggle. There's no easy way to get there. I've had some big poop stuff, you know, like let me say, timing. All right, when I first started learning how to do timing. Now keep in mind, I have guys here that help and that know, right? They know more, right? So you know, I got them here. I trust guys. We got a Mazda 6. We tried to put it on time, and this was a vehicle we bought to resell. So we were just doing a timing chain service, whatever. In all actuality, we didn't research enough to know that, you know, you have to have it a certain way. So we blew a hole right through the engine, like a hole, like the thing came out, like bam, it just, so I mean, we do have our accidents, like things happen. I mean, but that's the beginning stages. You know, once you start doing it for so many years, this was back when I first started that we didn't really know. But we just took the chance. You know, most of the chances were on our own cars because if they break, we're not going to be upset because we have to pay out. It's our own car. Actually, to change brakes and rotors is not really rocket science. I'm sorry, it's not. They're just bolts. Yes, you have to grease your pins. I mean, you have to push your calipers back. So it didn't take much. It just took understanding what everything does so that when you do it, it's a great job. It's not just a half-done job, you know? But I think that's the easiest part, and that's why I offer brake pads for $25, because it only takes me 2 screws, unbolt, install, grease them, and it's out the door in less than 10 minutes. So why would I charge you $100 for 10 minutes of my time, you know?
I don't know if she can handle this big ride.
I mean, it has its ups, it has its downs. You know, it's not all candies and waffles, you know? You do have your time where you're pretty messed up. But overall, I'm still here. It's been here since 2004. I took over in 2012. So 2012, I had no money, no credit, and I just had left the owner who was the previous owner of this. Like, we just broke up, you know? So I had nothing. I left with nothing. And then, you know, he was like, well, here, you can, you know, I'll sign it over. So he signed it over. And I was just like, okay, shoot, you got to figure out now, because now it's just me, you know? The first, 2-3 years, right? We had no heat. No heat. We used those propane thingies that just torch you, you know, those things. I'd spend almost $75 a day just trying to keep us warm, and it still didn't help. But it had to get done, right? Only if you want to succeed, you have to keep going, you know? You just can't stop because you have no heat. You can't stop because you feel sick. You can't stop because I don't feel like it. When it's passion, it's passion. You just do it with your eyes closed. I don't look at it as like I'm a giant element coming into a man's world. I just look at it as I'm just doing me. I'm just here for myself. I'm not competing with no one. I'm just trying to give out the genuine service that we all forgot. How about this? I'll tell you about my experiences. How about that? I was trying to get on the Wrenching Network. It's a group page on Facebook, okay? And I wasn't on their website or on the group page in the beginning. Someone took a picture of my ad, woman owned and operated, la da da, and they made fun of it on that wrenching network. They were like, what kind of low garage is this? Who does this kind of work? And, you know, they were just, like, it was tons of comments, and I asked to join that group, and they denied me for like about a year, and then they finally added me. Okay, so I had to earn my credit with them, basically. Okay, so I figured they only let me in because they actually went onto my page and see that I'm not just a backyard mechanic. So it's like you have to earn your credit with the men. Like if you don't earn it, they're just looking at you like you don't know nothing. You know, you need help with that hood, little girl. You know, they talk to you like you don't know anything. You know, and 9 times out of 10 I stay quiet because I don't have to boast myself. I don't have to, you know, show you that I could do whatever. You know, I'll just let them be. The competition, I think, is very fierce. I don't mingle with other garages. They're like girls. You know that? They are like girls. There's drama up in there. They are like little girls, I swear. So I don't mingle all like that. I never realized how catty men could be. But yes, they're like girls, just like us. Trust me, yeah? Okay, thank you. My daughter, she scans check engine lights. She knows how to pull fuses, and she's 10, okay? She's 10, so she knows, okay? It wasn't until like maybe 3 years ago that my 18-year-old now was like, oh, Mom, you really work on cars? I was like, what the hell did you think I was doing for all these years? Did you think I was sitting in an office, you know? And I've had her tell me, why can't you just be a regular mom? I'm not a regular mom. I don't know what to say, you know. So when people see me out in the street, and they're mostly women, they're like, you know, girl, you're awesome. You know, you're doing your thing. You get dirty, and you know, and yes, I do. But they could do it too. I went to career day at Lincoln Charter School. All the little girls were like, all up in it, you know, like, I want to do it. I want to do it, you know. So it was cute. It's nice. Here, in case you dirty something, you can wipe it down. Got it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just be careful with your back end. If you know what you're doing, if you even feel that you know what you're doing, you don't have to look at a book. You don't have to train yourself to do anything but just focus and do it, because there's nothing that you cannot do. Like, I'm proof. When I first got my printer, I was like, I went in there to make a copy. I'm like, how do you work this thing? He was like, you have to press the on button. And he clicked it on the side. I was like,